Hello everybody, this is Furnace Bob here. Welcome to another video thingy for this is the first NASCAR race review of the season. If you're wondering why I'm in the dark and there's a massive blue light here, well, it's because the light in my bedroom is broken and dysfunctional. So therefore, I have to record the video like this, which is why there is a although I've turned on my TV in the background, we're now showing a blue screen so we can actually have some kind of light in here. So that's kind of interesting. So this is the first race review of the season, and today I'll be talking about the excuse me, the Clash of Daytona in 2018, and obviously the Can-Am duels. So the Clash, I guess start with the Clash. So the Clash was a pretty excuse me. I'm still trying to get over my cold, but so for the Clash race thingy, it was a pretty interesting event to say the least. We got to see some stuff happen. We got to see Jimmy Johnson crash out of the Clash for the seventh time. Chase Elliott, he led some laps and then fell out, I guess, or something like that. And Joe Logano won the race. So I guess that's something, you know. Joe Logano, he's a interesting driver, we'll say. You know, and it's kind of nice to. It's kind of nice in a way to see Joe Logano win a race after having not done so since Richmond of spring of last year. So I guess that's something. So overall, the Clash, it was a interesting race, to say the least. I wouldn't say it was a particularly good race because there wasn't really too many things happening at the time. But we were able to see some other stuff, and I do apologize if I'm coughing again. Again, I have a cold and I'm still getting over it, but it's subsiding. So, anyways, I'm not even sure if I used the word subsiding in the right context, but yeah, the Clash, it was an interesting race, but that's about it. So the Can-Am duels, these were two interesting races to say the least. First Can-Am duel was interesting. Well, it was interesting in some parts. There was a bit of freight training here and there. Like, there was a few times during the races where everyone got single file and they just freight trained throughout the track for some laps, which is not the best thing to see in the world. You kind of want everybody to compete with each other in a way, and not just run around the track for a while. So while the Can-Am duels and the Clash, while they weren't bad races, they were not the greatest either, I guess. Although the finish to Can-Am duel number 1 was pretty exciting. You got Joey Logano running up on Bubba Wallace and taking taking second place away, but it was nice to see Ryan Blaney get his first ever non-points win in the number 12, and it was nice to see Bubba Wallace do very well as well. I do have high hopes for Bubba Wallace, and I do see Bubba Wallace doing good in the future. Bubba Wallace, he definitely has a bright future, and I am looking forward to seeing how well Bubba Wallace will do throughout the season. I kind of want Bubba Wallace to get the 2018 Rookie of the Year title, but at the same time, I kind of want to see William Byron get that title, because William Byron is now the new driver of the 24. And I quite like William Byron. He's a good driver. He won the Xfinity Series title and many more races, and I'm sure that William Byron will do about as good as everyone else. Going into the future. I mean, this year, I'm kind of expecting William Byron to do as well as Chase Elliott did in his rookie season, but I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be an eye opener. I guess we'll see what happens. So, and the second duel was not as exciting, but it was still entertaining to say the least. We got to see Danica Patrick racing, and Danica, she was doing her very best to keep the car together, and surprisingly, Danica did. She finished the race, she kept the car in one piece, and now she can use it for the Daytona 500, which will be her last ever NASCAR start. Yes, indeed. And it was also nice to see Daniel Suarez lead for some time. Oh yeah, no, actually, yeah. In the first duel, Daniel Suarez actually led a few laps, and that was nice to see. And I also have high hopes for Daniel Suarez going into the future, as Suarez is now in his sophomore season. And what was I saying before? So yeah, Suarez. Good to see him lead. Daniel Suarez. He has become a pretty good driver at the road courses, at the super speedways as of late, at the restricted plate tracks. So I do have high hopes for Daniel Suarez, going into, many of the restricted plate races, I guess. So that's that. So that's nice. What else was I saying? So anyways, back to the second Can-Am duel. It was nice to see Chase Elliott win against Denny Hamlin in a way. The field pretty much remained single file for most of the race, but it was nice to see Chase Elliott win his second Can-Am duel and win his second non-points race. Now all we need to see happen is Chase Elliott to win his first points race. Yes, indeed, Chase Elliott, he won the Can-Am duels last year. He's done it this year. So he's won the Can-Am duels twice now, which is cool. So all we need now is for Chase Elliott to win a points race. So that'll be interesting to see happen in the future. So I guess time will tell what happens next. So yeah, but so those are my thoughts on those races. So overall, interesting races, I guess. The free training was a bit redundant after a while, but but I am excited for the Daytona 500, and I am looking forward to what will happen in Daytona 500. You may notice that I haven't done a excuse me. You may notice that I haven't done a predictions video for this year, and to be honest, I've decided that I'm not gonna do a NASCAR predictions video for this year because, to be honest, I really can't come up with any predictions other than the fact that I want most of the young guys to get their first wins and stuff like that, or second wins or whatever. I want that to happen, but to be honest, then I really don't. I really can't really come up with any predictions and stuff like that. So, and this year I'm not. I don't really care who wins any of the race or the championship or whatever like that. Like last year, I really wanted Martin Truex Jr. to win the championship last year in 2017 after Truex just got wiped out after the 2016 championship. So it was good to see Truex win the 2017 title. But this year, to be honest, I really don't care who wins the title as long as it's somebody that I like. Somebody that isn't Kevin Harvick or... Actually, Kevin Harvick is pretty much the only driver who I don't want to win. I don't know why, but I have this grudge or something against Kevin Harvick. Maybe because he drives a Ford or something. I'm not too sure. I kind of like Curtis now, or Kurt Busch now. I guess we'll call him Curtis. But I don't know. I'm still on the fence on the Stewart House Racing team. Although I do like Clint Boyer and Eric Almirola. I do have hopes for them. And yeah, Eric Almirola, now that he's at Stewart House Racing at a winning team, I do have hopes for Eric Almirola as well. Pretty much, all the young guys really, and Almirola in a way. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Yes, and to be honest, I really don't care who wins the championship. To be honest, as long as it's somebody that I like, then I'm pretty much good with whoever wins the championship. But that's all for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know I've said this already, but I just want to get that out of the way. But again, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I might do a few of these NASCAR review videos in the dark like this with the blue screen because it gets late after a while, something like that. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Yeah, because now my light in the bedroom is broken, so I have to do this now. But that's all for today, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to join my Discord in the description down below. See you in the next video, guys. This is a really troubled outro, but I gotta go, so bye-bye.